Hey, Burt Middleton here again, and welcome to my little sneak peek overview of what Unicity and BIOS Life Slim is all about. I did this little screen capture video so that you could see what this PDF is all about before you download it, and that way, when you do, you'll know what you're looking at. And this whole thing was put together by the guys at Franchise Fast Start as kind of an educational piece for doctors. So it covers some really good stuff, and I'm going to take a few minutes to point out what's important and what you should be on the lookout for. So here we go. Now this first page is kind of a cover letter from the CEO of Unicity, and his name is Stuart Hughes. But when I first opened this up and started reading it, this is the first thing that really jumped out at me. BIOS Life gives you and your patients a safe and natural treatment option for obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease that you will not find anywhere else. I thought that was a really powerful way to start this thing off, and especially since I keep harping on everybody about gout and heart disease, gout and diabetes, and losing weight is the first thing that your doctor tells you to do when you get gout. You know, I thought this was something you'd be really, really happy to hear about. And I also thought that it was a really cool thing to be able to say to the doctors. And right on down here, there's a couple more lines. I am confident that you will find the research that stands behind our BIOS Life products quite compelling. And this one, I look forward to you joining the thousands of medical professionals recommending our products that are making life better for hundreds of thousands of people around the world. Best regards, Stuart Hughes. Hey, this is a very powerful way to kick this whole thing off. Let's just keep going right on down here into it. So this next page right here, this goes into all the particulars about what BIOS Life Slim is about, what it's made out of, and what it'll do and how it works and all that sort of thing. But I want to give you a little bit of background about it first. BIOS Life Slim sort of grew out of the original BIOS Life product, and that was BIOS Life C. And that was specifically designed to help with cholesterol and triglycerides, heart disease, smooth out glucose levels, all that kind of thing. And that was in the early 90s. But when people got to using this BIOS Life C, it helped a lot with the heart disease and diabetes stuff, but they lost tons of weight. So Unicity decided to enhance the original BIOS Life with some other weight loss type ingredients, and they called it BIOS Life Slim. So the cool thing is that it's pretty much the same thing as the original BIOS Life, so it helps with the cholesterol and heart disease and diabetes and all that stuff, but it helps you to lose weight. So that is a big deal. And on this page, these first few columns, ingredients, nutrients, amount per serving, those columns probably, they're not going to do that much for you. But this one, mechanism of action, this is some pretty good information that I think will raise your eyebrows and is really important for you to know. And I think it's written pretty simply, so you'll pretty much understand it. So spend some time there. Now then, this next page. This page is going to get your attention because it goes into all the good stuff that BIOS Life Slim will do for you, and we're just going to kind of click them off. Reduces your appetite, absorbs and removes fat, promotes your body's fat burning ability, decreases leptin resistance. Man, you got to find out about this leptin stuff. That is a big deal right there. And lowers your triglycerides and improves cholesterol levels. It lowers the LDL, raises the HDL. But the really important thing about this page is this cute little picture of the physician's desk reference, because at the end of the PDF here, there are copies of the pages from the physician's desk reference that lists out all of the Unicity products that have qualified to be in the PDR. And Unicity is the only company that has non-pharmaceutical products in the PDR. So that is huge. But let's move on a little bit. This page right here is all about the BIOS Life C, or BIOS Life Complete. And you should spend some time here. This is a pretty big deal page here. Especially, here's how they put it. How BIOS Life Complete can lower your cholesterol and add years to your life. And we're just going to go down here and go through this. There are four, they call them mechanisms. There are four mechanisms that BIOS Life C uses to help straighten out your cholesterol and triglycerides. And the first one helps to block reabsorption of cholesterol in the intestinal tract, helps to block absorption of cholesterol which comes directly from food, reduces the cholesterol produced by the liver, and enhances the enzymatic breakdown and removal of the LDL cholesterol. It just helps the enzymes break down and remove that bad cholesterol. But this is the big deal right here. This is huge. Choose BIOS Life Complete, the only clinically proven, patented, natural alternative to statin drugs to effectively reduce cholesterol. This product has been proved to work better than statin drugs. Tell your doctor. So anyway, we're going to move on here. The next several pages, it's all really, really good information for you to know, especially if you were a doctor, and you might be a doctor. In fact, I hope you're a doctor and you're reading all of this stuff. But we're just going to kind of skim through all of this, and I'm just going to kind of show you what it looks like. It kind of talks about obesity and what is BIOS Life and the role of fiber, and we're just going to hit some of the headlines here. Fiber's role in cholesterol management, Biosphere Fiber, how does it work? This is a really, really important thing for you to take in. Fiber's role in the management of blood glucose, good news for diabetics and pre-diabetics. I have a bunch of diabetics in my family, my mom, my sisters, so anyway, that was good news to me. And what is Biosphere Fiber? Unicity 7X, I kind of took away that was like the secret sauce in the Slim. And BIOS Cardio Matrix, these phytosterols, what they do to how they work to straighten out all this cholesterol business. It's kind of like the meat and potatoes of what BIOS Life is really all about. Here's some big doctor words for you if you're a doctor. And anyway, down here to BIOS Vitamin Complex. So there's some good things that you really need to look into in there. This is what we put in front of doctors. So this page, how does BIOS Life Slim work? It basically just goes through what we went through a couple pages back about the appetite and absorption of fat, triglycerides, leptin, cholesterol levels, all that sort of thing. And then this page right here, accelerate the fat loss. This is probably a bunch of good stuff you should create the habits of in the first place, but if you're on the Slim and you do all of this stuff, it'll make it happen even faster. So read through that. Here's the good part, the physician's desk reference. And on pages 34, 54, 55, and 56, it lists out all of the Unicity products that have qualified for the PDR. And I'm not going to go through them all, but I am going to show you that there's the BIOS Life C, and right there is the BIOS Life Slim. And we're just going to kind of cruise down here so you can kind of have a look at what that looks like. And it goes down one more page. We're going right on down through here. And I'm going to stop right there, and I just kind of want to wrap this up. It's sort of taking us all the way around the horn here, and I just wanted to let you know that basically I'm sort of like a skinny guy, but the last go round of getting my blood work done, my cholesterol was not looking so good. And so since I keep saying to everybody else, if you've got gout, you're a really good candidate for heart disease and diabetes, right now I've decided I am going to walk my talk here and get way out in front of this heart disease and diabetes thing and make sure I don't I don't meet the big day that way. And so, you are probably here because you have gout or something like that, and maybe losing weight is what your doctor told you to do. Maybe there's some heart and cholesterol things you should deal with. Maybe your blood sugar and your insulin are all out of whack. This BIOS Life Slim product is something you should take a really good, close, hard look at. So don't forget my contact page if you've got something to say, and my hat is off to you for taking the action to live a long and healthy and productive life. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you later.